Go ahead.
Okay, I would like to start out with a short video clip. This video may seem as disturbing for some people. To give you also background to the video, according to CNN, there's a man, Clay Duke, who is angry at the Panama City School Board for firing his wife for her job at a school months ago. He shows up at the school board meeting with a gun and is clearly at his breaking point to get revenge. No one was injured during this event except Clay Duke. Clay Duke took the easy way out by choosing death. He committed suicide after the act. Instead of facing the possibility that he might have killed innocent people, Duke committed suicide. Many people in history who commit violent acts choose the path of death instead of dealing with the consequences. The New York Times reported that in 1999, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold brought guns to Columbine High School and proceeded to fire on students and teachers. 12 students and 1 teacher died that day. In 2007, Chung-Hoo Cho killed 32 people in the Virginia Tech shooting. Both of these tragic events ended in the same way. Harris, Klebold, and Cho chose to end their lives instead of dealing with what they have done. In these cases, death was the easy way out. Death as a punishment for crimes is giving what many criminals may want. There are sides of the death penalty that I do understand, yet I truly believe that a person spending their whole lives having to live with what they have done is far worse than death. Since the time when we are little kids, we are threatened with timeouts to think of what we have done. This is a very historic punishment, and I believe that it is the right punishment. As I proceed throughout my speech, I want you to understand that I am aware of the many factors that influence whether a person may be for or against the death penalty. Some reasons to be for the death penalty is deterrence, to be sure that the criminal will never commit a crime again. Another reason is that the death penalty costs less than holding a prisoner in jail for a life sentence. The last reason is an eye for an eye. Many believe that if someone takes a person's life, they do not deserve to live. I agree with many of these arguments, yet I do feel that the reasons against the death penalty are much stronger. You might think that the death penalty is the only way to prevent a criminal from acting again. However, death is not the only option. Life without parole will guarantee that a criminal will never be able to harm someone again. The sentencing of life without parole means that the person will remain in jail until the day they die. This is when the phrase "rot in jail" would apply. The person will sit in a jail cell every day facing the horrible crimes that they committed, knowing they will never be released. When sentencing someone to the death penalty, they will die in one of 5 ways: lethal injection, electrocution, hanging, firing squad, and the gas chamber. If it is a crime to kill, then shouldn't the person giving the injection, turning the electric switch, tying the rope, shooting the gun, and releasing the gas all be punished as well? Have you ever considered, what if the person is innocent? You may be thinking that after all the time and money spent on going through a trial, there is no possible chance of a person being wrongly accused. Well, actually, according to the Death Penalty Information Center, since 1976, 138 people have been released from the death row due to their innocence. They were exonerated because of recent technology. DNA testing is fairly new and changed the rulings of many cases. DNA can prove someone is guilty as well as their innocence. If 138 people have been released from death row since 1976, what about the people before them? What about the people that have been executed based on faulty evidence and not given the chance of DNA testing. If this new technology exonerated 138 people, what if we get better technology that proves more people's innocence in the future? Can you even consider sentencing someone to death when there might be a chance that they did not even commit the crime?
Claire, do you want to go to,
Turn the sound up.
yeah, go to the master panel tab, Philip? And we should begin.
You just have to read the subtitles on this one.
Leonel Herrera. Tengo 53 años. En 1981 fui sentenciado a muerte por el asesinato de un oficial de policía en Los Frenos, Texas. Fueron unos años después, cuando mi sobrino, Raúl Herrera Jr., dio una declaración que salió a la luz pública. Esto es lo que dijo.
En septiembre de 1981, tenía entonces 9 años. Vi a mi padre, Raúl Herrera, hermano del condenado, asesinar al policía carrizal. Y poco después, durante la huida, disparé contra el policía de patrulla azul.
Después de oír todo esto, ¿usted cree que soy inocente o culpable? Yo sí sé que soy inocente, pero podrán sacar ahora sus propias conclusiones, cualquiera que sean. Tal vez puedan decírmelas en persona. Me pueden encontrar aquí, donde me enterraron, hace 8 años, después de que dictaron mi sentencia.
Leonel Herrera, this was a commercial about his true life against the death penalty. Leonel Herrera was convicted for a crime that he did not do. After the death penalty was carried out, there was information released that he did not actually commit the crime. I'll leave you with this thought. After hearing the speech and understanding both sides, would you be the one to flip the switch or fire the gun that will end the life of a prisoner if there is even a slight possibility of their innocence?
Can I go? Yeah. I think